we are very unfortunate as a country. Very unfortunate because we have somebody at the helm of the nation who does not believe in accountability, who does not believe the things that he says. There's a government policy called zero tolerance to corruption, but they only talk about it. Many years ago, Mr. Museveni and several other people did a walk in town in March, in town from Kololo to a couple of other places. And they were saying, we are walking in protest of corruption. So they talk and talk about these things, but when it comes to action, when the rubber hits the road, it's a different story. You know, they talk about these things, but they don't believe them. In 2018, I was part of Nation Media Group, and we conducted an interview as Daily Monitor and NTV with the then Inspector General of Government, Justice Irene Mulyagonja. One of the questions that we put to her was, why is it that you only go for the small fish? She told us, and that's an interview that, you know, made the rounds a great deal. She said, look, whenever I go for the big fish, whenever I go for these thieves, I find them hiding behind the president. So I can't touch them because now they are protected. Those were her words. And that's when Mr. Museveni got annoyed, and he, at a State of the Nation address shortly after that, he said, IGG, you're not helping me with fighting corruption, so he then introduced State House Anti-Corruption Unit, just as a way of getting back at her after she made that statement, because it's the reality. Anybody that is involved in theft at whichever level, as long as Mr. Museveni does not want that person touched, they won't be touched. Recently, he told the current IGG, Honorable Betty Kamya, and said, you go slow on this lifestyle audit, because these thieves, they are going to run away with the money. At least now they invest it here by building shopping malls and I don't know what, as if those are national shopping malls. They are for these private individuals. But he said, at least now they're investing here. Once you go after them, they'll run away with the money. You can imagine his attitude towards corruption. So it's no wonder that in Bukedia, as the country is saying, Speaker of Parliament, account for these billions of shillings. And Parliament, generally the Commission and so on. That Mr. Museveni comes up and says, you people who are attacking Anita Among, you are being used by homosexuals, by imperialists, and so on. Leave my Anita Among alone. Can you imagine? So the people of Uganda who are asking for accountability, you have reduced them to saying they are being used by outsiders, by imperialists, by homosexuals. These are tax-paying Ugandans. They pay tax money, so they want value for their tax money. They want accountability. But anyhow, it is a scapegoat issue. This government of Mr. Museveni has no interest whatsoever to fight corruption, because once Mr. Museveni fights corruption, he'll be fighting his government. So he's too scared to touch any of these corrupt people. And that's why he protects them. Because once he deals with corruption, he'll be cutting off his legs. He will not stand. His government will not stand. So it's not a surprise that he operates this way. Recently, I wrote to the IGG, to the Auditor General, to Financial Intelligence Authority, and to the DPP, asking them to investigate the Office of the Speaker and Parliament and the Parliamentary Commission. Before they could even respond to my letters, Mr. Museveni comes out saying, you people stop attacking Anita Among. What do you expect these institutions to do? Do you expect them to actually do their work? They will not. Because their appointing authority has said, leave this person alone. And things will continue this way. But I want to encourage Ugandans, don't stop speaking out. Because Mr. Museveni wants to pour cold water on all efforts to demand for accountability, whether it be of Parliament and his government generally. So he wants people to, in a way, give up, to drop the ball. On our end as leaders, we are not going to drop the ball. Yeah? Frustrating as it might be, we have got to keep fighting on and not to stop demanding for answers.